Hey y'all, and welcome back to my kitchen today. It's finally spring here in North Carolina and I'm so excited to share these lemon bars with y'all. They are the perfect combination of tart and sweet, so let's go in the kitchen and we'll make these together. Okay, so make sure you've got your oven set to 350 degrees so it can preheat. We're going to make the crust. I've got some all-purpose flour here and I'm just adding some powdered sugar to my bowl, just like that. And then we're going to add some salt, and I'll list all the instructions down below, so don't worry. And then I'm just going to start by grating this stick of butter. I like to grate my butter when I make desserts like this. I just find it's easier for me than if I try to cut it in with a fork or a pastry cutter. I've never been real good at that, so when I found this butter trick to grate it like this, I've just always done it like this. And then when you get your butter grated, it should look like that. And then I just take my spatula up in the grater to make sure I get all that butter out. There we go. And then we're just going to take all this butter and add it to the flour, making sure we get it all in the bowl. We don't want to lose any of it. There we go. That's perfect. I'm just going to take this spoon and get all the rest of that. And then we're just going to give it a good stir with the spoon. And this is just going to make sure that all the butter gets coated with the flour. Okay, now that all that butter's coated, I like to get in here with my fingers to press the flour and butter together. And you're going to move the bowl around as you go. This takes a few minutes, so just keep working it. Keep moving the bowl. Keep pressing everything together. And then you know me, I just make a mess and get flour everywhere. And it's fine. Just keep working. And keep pressing that together. There we go. Now when you can take your dough and squeeze it in your hand like this and it holds together, it's ready. See how it holds together? That's what you're looking for. Okay, so now I've got an 8x8 baking pan here and I've sprayed it and lined it with parchment. And we're just going to pour all of that crust dough into the pan. And then I'm going to use my spatula and kind of spread it into an even layer. And y'all, I'm going to be honest, I've tried a lot of things to press this dough in this pan, and nothing quite works as well as using my hands. So that's what I'm going to do. So just take your fingers, press it down evenly, and then a little bit up the sides, and just keep pressing it down and around until you get it even and worked up the sides and in all the corners. There we go. And this will take you a minute or two. It will, but just keep working at it till you get it even. And then it should look something like this. And now we're just going to put this in our oven that's preheated for about 20 minutes. And while that bakes, we're going to make the filling. Okay, so for the filling, we're going to start by zesting some lemons. I've got 2 lemons here in this microplane. And you just want to zest just the outside of the lemon, which is just the yellow part. You don't want to get down in that white part right there. That's the pith and it's real bitter. See, it catches it on the back. There we go. So I'm just going to get the rest of these lemons zested and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, so now we're going to take those same lemons that we just zested and I'm going to roll them a couple times on the counter. And this just helps release their juice and makes them easier to juice. And then I'm going to cut them in half. And then I've got this glass juicer that my mother-in-law gave me. So I'm going to use it to squeeze all that juice out of there. There we go. We just want to get it all there. See how it takes all the inside out? And then I've got a measuring cup here set up with a strainer just so I can pour that juice through that strainer and it'll catch the seeds and the pits and all that stuff that you don't want in this filling. See there? That's what you don't want. So I'm going to get the rest of these juiced up. And now I've got my bowl here with some sugar. And we're just going to add our eggs. And then I'm going to add our lemon juice. And then I've got all that yummy lemon zest. And I like to use a spatula to make sure that I don't miss any zest. And we get it all in the bowl. There we go. And then I've got just a little bit of flour here. And then this is totally optional, but I already had this lemon paste. And y'all, I love this stuff. It just adds a little bit of lemon flavor that takes these up a notch. But if you don't have this, it's totally good without it, okay? And then I'm just going to take my mixer, and you can use a whisk, you can use a stand mixer. I'm just going to use my hand mixer here, and we're just going to beat this for a couple of minutes until everything's nice and smooth. Okay, so after a couple minutes, this is what you should be looking like here, okay? Nice and smooth, and everything's incorporated. And y'all, look at that lemony goodness. Okay. Now, our crust is all done. See how it's nice and golden brown around the edge like that? There we go. And while this crust is still warm, we're going to take all that yummy lemon filling and we're going to pour it right on top. Y'all, I'm going to tell you what, I could put a straw in that filling and just drink it. It is that good. Anyway, so now back to the oven. We're going to go in there for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then, yeah, we're going to have lemon bars. Y'all hang on. Are y'all ready to see these? Oh my word, y'all. Look at that. It's beautiful and all bubbly around the edge, and y'all, it smells fantastic. I wish y'all could smell this. Okay, now the hard part. We got to wait till these cool completely to get these out of the pan, and it'll take a couple of hours. Okay, now that they've cooled, we're going to use that parchment paper as handles and get them out of the pan. Thanks, babe, for moving that pan for me. And then we're going to get all this parchment paper peeled off, just like that. And then we're going to slice these into strips first. Be a little careful, that crust is hard to get through right at first. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to slice these into strips, and then I'm going to turn it and we'll cut them into bars. And then you should have something that looks like this. And we're going to dust them real good with powdered sugar. Go as much as you want to. Y'all, these are so beautiful. Look at this. I love it. And then, y'all, look at this lemon bar you just made. It's perfect. Perfect for spring. Perfect for your next get-together. Now let's plate them up and give them to our friends and family. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all. Join me next time and we'll make something else yummy. Y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.